Hello, and welcome to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget. Thank you for joining me today. Whether you're new here or you've been around since the very beginning, I truly appreciate you coming by and spending your time with me. If you're looking for me anywhere else on the internet, you can find me very easily at Facebook, at my own website, and at my email address. It's all Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I have queenscraftsbybridget.com, queenscraftsbybridget at yahoo.com, and my Facebook group is Queen's Crafts by Bridget. Just a few simple questions and I'll let you straight in, myself or my wonderful mod that is. So please do fill out the questions. It does make it so that we know that you are not a bot and you are there to participate with us. I do have a members only make along going on currently right now, but I will be switching and starting, well, not switching gears, but starting another make-along as soon as that is open. As soon as that is finished, or I have completed that blanket, I'm planning on starting another make-along for everybody, which is going to be another mosaic blanket, because this next year I am planning on being the year of the mosaic for me. I have picked out quite a few that I do plan on getting done. Some for me, some for other people that I know and love. But today we are here for a really special reason. I wanted to show you guys my Royal Celebration box. And January being my birthday month, what a more perfect time than in January to unveil this box. It is a 31-day yarn or fiber box. There are 30 minis, are 20 grams, whether it is fiber or yarn. And then there is a full hank or braid of 100 grams. At the beginning, at the end, whenever you choose to have it. Now, these boxes will be made up per their royal person, and they will also include either a queen set of bags or one of my larger bags, whichever you so choose to get. Now, I'll show you the queen set of bags. That will be your medium knot bag. And this will also, of course, have a notions pouch. Besides the knot bag, you will get the hook and needle bag, which is great, of course, for your hooks and needles, but also works well for a sock project or a small project, a going on to the doctor project or on the go. And then, if that wasn't enough, you also get the takeout bag, which is a really fun bag that you can put a cake in. If you are a crocheter, of course, this works great for hats, scarves, or just on the go. You want to take one cake with you and you don't want to have much fuss. It's great for that. It is also, of course, wonderful for sock projects. You can put this little strap here on your wrist. Your yarn feeds through the center there, and you can knit or crochet as you're doing what you're doing, and you don't have to worry about your bag going anywhere. I absolutely love this bag. It is one of my proudest designs. So please do give it a look if you haven't seen one. And then for the box, we of course have our full hank, and then we have our minis in their cute little boxes. Now we are going to see these one day at a time, and I am going to crochet the project up with you guys. Of course, I will speed that up so you won't have to sit with me for hours and hours and hours on end. But for today, and yes, I got a new crown and a birthday sachet for the celebrating the birthday this year. Now, if you decide to order one of these boxes, you get to tell me what color range you like, and then you get to give me a theme for the bags, and I will run out and find you something special, and that way it is a surprise for you, although you get to control what realm the surprise is in. This is a great box for anniversaries, for birthdays, for special occasions. And ooh la la, if I don't say so myself, this is so pretty. Now, let's see, it's not showing up quite true to color. There is more green, more teal in it than what you are seeing. There's also more purple in it than what you are seeing. There we go. Now, there will be pictures of this set on the website, although this set, of course, will not be available because you're going to watch me use it all up. But I can always aim to make you something similar if you really like it. Now, I am going to cake this up, and I will start the project that I'm going to work on, of course, with you guys. I'm not going to cake it with you because trying to film that in this room would be just way too much. So I will be back as soon as I get this ready to start crocheting, and we will start this project together. Okay, so here is our full size all caked up. I need to get 42 inches. So I'm going to do this in a little bit of an unconventional way. I don't want to count and count and count and count and count. So we are going to chain until we have over what we need. And then I'm going to start working that chain. Once I have the length that I need after working the chain, I will just undo the bit of chain that's overdone. It just works out easier that way, since I do not know exactly how many I need. I am using a 4mm tulip hook. Tulips are my favorite of all of the crochet hooks. Now, admittedly, I have not tried a whole bunch of brands because Tulip works so well for me. Once I got a hold of them, there was absolutely no need to spend the money on a bunch of other hooks, in my opinion. Not shading anyone that enjoys collecting their hooks, as many of us do. Many collect more than yarn, more than patterns. They also collect hooks and other crochet accessories. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. We all find value in the things that we appreciate. I myself decided that once I got a hold of a tulip, that there was no need for anything else. Sorry about that. I put some wood in the fire, and as I was sitting here talking to you guys, I remembered that I didn't remember turning the top vent back down. Yes, I didn't want the fire to get going really crazy out there. I had to go out and double check that it was turned down. And indeed, I had forgotten to turn it down. So I'm glad that thought popped into my head. The king would be waking up wondering why it was so warm in the house. Because I'd be in here chit-chatting with you guys doing this, and the house would be heating up and I wouldn't know it for a while, until the heat got back here. I really do enjoy heating with wood. It is nice and warm in the house. It's a lot of work, but definitely worth it in the conservation of the electric bill and the difference in warmth in the house. When we were running electric, I most of the time would be, if you know, I'd also have to have a hoodie on over the top of this, and I'd be having a blanket wrapped around my legs. And don't mean for you guys to stare at the top of my head. I'm just used to doing things a certain way. I'm not used to looking into the camera. I will get better at that. Something I'm I trying to figure out the best camera angles and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely not been my strong suit. It's something I am truly working on. Let me check here. Good. There we go. That should do it. Hopefully. I am going to reposition you guys because having to crank my head to look up at you just isn't working. So please hold. Okay, so we're going to try this. I don't know if it'll work any better. Hopefully it will. We are going to give her a go. Now I have an idea in mind. Hopefully it will work out the way that it is in my head. This is going to be a top. Not sure yet if it will be long or short sleeve. Just because I'm not sure, how far we're going to get the yarn to go. And now obviously, depending on the size of the person will depend on if it is enough yarn to do exactly what I do or not. But you're never locked into having to do the project that was in mind when a box like this is thought up. You're more than welcome to do any project that would make you happy. That's the great thing about our craft, is just because when a product was made, it was made for reason A. You can use it for B through Z if you choose. Like scrubby yarn had an intent when it was made, but people have used it for many things other than, making scrubbies. Eyelash yarn the same, cotton yarn the same. I mean, it's pretty uniform across the spectrum. One of my favorite yarns to work with is a sock yarn, and this is indeed a sock yarn. And obviously I'm not making socks with it, so that is completely fine. And sorry. This is what I'm doing so far. Oops, sorry. Guess it would help if I find the camera. I'm doing a single and a double and a single and a double, back and forth. And I'm going to end in a single. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way rather than working in rounds is that I am a bigger girl. You know, like I'm not huge, but I'm definitely not a small girl in any way other than in my height. um, and like for instance, this dress I'm wearing is extremely cute. However, I feel that I would look better in it if there were no horizontal stripes, because those stripes make me appear wider than I truly am. And I really don't need any help in that department, you know? So, being that the, obviously this is a multiple colored box, if I'm going to make a top, and it's not going to be like granny squares or something like that, there's going to be stripes. And I would rather my stripes go vertical, adding a little length to my body and making the width that I naturally have subdued a little bit. Not that I am ashamed of what I look like. Just, we try to accentuate the parts that we like and hide or make sure that we don't draw attention to the areas in which we're not fans of. So that's the thinking behind how and why I've decided to go this route in making a project. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this project. Well, all right, guys. I am going to keep working. Um, Okay, we got day 1 done. Doesn't look like much yet, but I promise you, by the end, we're going to be really happy with it. All right, see you tomorrow.